Hey guys. Hey, hey, hey. Who is here? Who is up? It's what, 9:50? I'm pretty sure some people might still be up hanging around, whether you're at work, leaving work, or just chilling at home. Hoping I can grab the attention of a few of you. Just come on in here and write something in the chat. Let me see who is here. Come on in and just write something and say something in the chat so I know who is here. How are you? How are you guys doing? It's cold in New York. It's cold. It's cold. I don't want to be here. I'm gonna have to find myself down to Florida. It is cold. Um. Okay, Cheryl Smith is here. She says good night. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? How is everything going with you, girl? Are you warm where you are? Who else is here? There's another person there. Just say something in the chat so we know who is here. Um, it has not been a great few days for me because I wasn't well. My face was swollen. My face was swollen for a few days. Um, I'm still not sure what kind of allergies I had, but yeah, I had swollen face. It's going down, but it's not completely gone. So it has been a rough few days, but I'm hanging in there. What have you guys been up to? As you come on in here, whether you're joining from YouTube or wherever you're joining from, just go ahead and put something in the chat so I see you and I know who's there. Um, I was saying I haven't been very well for the last few days because I got some bad allergy problems. How have you guys been? Just go ahead and put something in the chat so I can see and know who is here. Okay, while you're doing that, I want to know how many of you guys have somebody that you'd like me to interview or know someone that you could think of asking to come on the program for an interview. I know we've been getting some requests with some people, but some of those requests have been falling out, and therefore we have not had a live interview in a while. Um, Maybe some of them will eventually happen, but we have to keep the thing going. And to keep it going, we need kind of everybody to be participating to have a regular program, a regular flow of people for the program. So, kind of need more people to participate. It's it's easy when I'm on the ground there in Jamaica and I could just walk up to someone with a video and with a phone or something and say, ask them some questions. Even that is not easy. That's a bit because they can be a little bit intimidated about being on video. So we need more people helping to source people for interviews. Cheryl said it's okay, but it's a bit cold in Kilmarnock too. Oh, really, Cheryl? Okay, Anthony is here too. Anthony, what's going on? Tell us what's going on. Nice to see you. Well, yeah, Kilmarnock could be cold for real. That place is so full of greenery and vegetation that yeah, and it's on the hill. Yeah, that could be kind of cool in the night as well. Because when I was there last week, it would get really cool overnight. You start out in the evening being warm, but by the time you hit like midnight going down, you get really, really cold. You have to get under a blanket. So I can see Kilmarnock being that cold. All right, so yeah, I was saying we need more people to interview. Um, we we have had some requests, but they have not materialized yet, and therefore we need people to fill those gaps while these other people make up their minds about what they're doing. And so we need more participation for persons to be interviewed. Anthony, you think you could organize with your mom for me to go up to the Bronx and interview her? I could do that. If you know people here in New York who I could meet up with and do an interview with them, I'm down for that. That's fine. Whether we do it virtually or in person, it really doesn't matter. I can still go meet up with people and do interviews as long as they're down for it. Um, what else is going on with you guys? Let me know. What do you look forward to seeing on this program? Some of the ideas that you hope that we could implement on the program. I know a lot of people have been fascinated by the videos, the short video clips, and I think they're pretty good. But you have to be on spot to catch those, to catch people when they least expect it. That's when it's funniest when when they don't expect to be called on. That the surprise aspect of it makes it a bit funnier. My graphic designer is working on some other videos, which are some more interviews, so that we can put those out. Those have to be edited somewhat. Unlike the little short clips that I do all the time, those are funny. I don't like to edit them. I like them to stay natural. But the bigger interviews that are longer, we have to edit those. So, what do you guys want to see differently on the program? Anthony, any ideas? Cheryl, any idea? What would you like to see? Just type it in the chat so I can see. There are some other people on here, but I haven't seen any comment from them. Guys, please just write something in the chat so I can see who you are, and let me know what how can we improve the program? What would you like to see? What ideas do you have that we could cover to make the program more interesting, more appealing, and so on? Just just put something in the comment there so we can all have a discussion about that, right? So don't be shy. Just say who you are and type something in the comments. And we'd love to know where you are and if it's cold there, as it is here in New York. It's kind of really cold here tonight, or it has been cold since morning. They said that it's going to be warmer tomorrow, but it's cold tonight. So I'm trying to get some ideas from people about what they would like to see, who they would want to see us interview, and if you have people that you can connect us with for us to interview, especially people who are in the tri-state here that I could reach easily, or somebody who is further away where we can do Zoom. It's fine, just the same. I know people in Newmarket sometimes have a challenge with the telephone system to do those interviews. So it's really good when you could catch them, um, on a one-on-one for a short interview, because it's kind of difficult to do the internet stuff because it doesn't work that well from there. All right, so let me know what interesting things you would like to see happening in this program, people you would like us to be interviewing, and so on. Any input from anyone who is on? Let me again welcome you guys for stopping by to say hello. The other people who are on here, I still haven't seen any indication from you, so I don't know who you are. I can't see the names. There's If you don't write a comment, then we won't know who is on really. So it would be nice if you may leave a comment. So I'm still waiting to hear if anyone has any bright idea for the program that could, you know, spruce things up a bit. Something interesting that you would like to hear about, or should we keep the same format, the same old, of just talking about people's lives and blah blah, the regular interview. Either ways, I'd love to hear what you guys think and what ideas you have. No one? Okay, so Thanksgiving is coming. While you think about that, and it's a time of reflection. It's a time of family. It's a time for joy. It's a time to give thanks for the bounties we have received all through the year. Anthony said, I am here with you. Yes, Anthony, thank you. Um, Cheryl made a comment. She said, I would like to see some history about Newmarket and its environs, for example, the old houses, some landmark, etc. Um, that's a very valid point, Cheryl, and that's kind of what the direction I want to be moving in, something more historic, and so we do more of a documentary type program. There's room for just regular interview also, because that in itself is a documentary which will be there forever for everybody to see and know about other people. But I'm also really interested in the history, and I did I did visit one of those historic houses when I was there last time. That is one of the video that we're supposed to be putting out next. Um, and as a matter of fact, when I was there in the summer too, I did visit another historic house, but I didn't do videos from that. I just took photographs, and I would want us to be able to not just visit them and do videos and photographs of these places. I want us to try to dig into the actual history of the places, like in a research way. Who lived there? Who was living there before that? What was their connection with the area in terms of slavery and so on? That's kind of the information I am interested in finding, and I think that's kind of what you're getting at, Cheryl. Except that I don't know um, where to find some of this information. I was told that the Moravian Church, and Anthony probably knows something about this historical part of it. The Moravian Church had most of the historical documents, if not all, for the area, and they were moved when we had the flood. So more work needs to be done to find these archived information so that we can find out more about the families that lived in Newmarket. So when we are presenting information, we are not just highlighting the houses, but we are talking about who lived there and the generation before that generation, straight back to slavery. That would be a really valuable piece of information for everybody to see and to know. um, I see one house there, like, I don't know if they're about to take it down, but I really wanted to go over there and do some filming before I came up. Um, the house beside Mr. Lance, but I didn't get a chance to. I hope I go back there and see it because it looks to me like they're about to do maybe some construction. I don't know, but it's pretty shaky too. I really, really hope that I could get some images from that building before they take it down, if they are going to demolish it. because that's one of the historic looking upstairs, downstairs house from the area. We don't have a lot of those pure board with that nice, shape around the veranda and all of that. I really like the building and I hope I could get some images from it. I just didn't get a chance to do it. But I took a few images from the house that was owned by the Cowans. I took a few images outside of that one, although they weren't the best images because they were closing on the line sheet and so on. So it kind of blocked part of the images, but still better to have something than nothing. But I'd really love to have images from that house right beside Mr. Land, just in case they plan to take it down. Another really old house is the one that the Hamiltons that kind of beside their house over there. What was her name again? Miss Hilda. That's probably another really old historic house that we need to capture. The photographs of and some history, so we can have them on tape so people can see them years from now on YouTube. Um, Sheridan. Okay. Anthony said, I would like to see you feature some of the community figures who are still living in the community. My first nominee is Polite Gale. Um, I would also like to tour a tour of Ern Walker's house. I don't know that one, Anthony. You and I need to meet up down there in the country and do some of these things. Um, I even wanted to get to Mr. Daly when I was there last time, and I didn't get the chance to. Joe Campbell, those guys. I did see like Garth Muir just briefly couldn't even get a short clip because I was moving, he was going about his business. But I really need more done on the ground. I can't seem to find anybody there who is willing to capture images or do interviews on the ground as they see people or make appointments and go to people's home and do some of this recording. It would be great if we had that. But as it is right now, seem it's left up to if I go home, I do it. And sometimes I go home, I'm really busy and can't find enough time to cover as many people. But I did enjoy doing those few short videos when I was there last time, and people seemed to like them and was really appreciative because some of those people they haven't seen in a long time. But yeah, we need to strategically plan out some of the people that we want to highlight and talk to. Especially because people from the area are dying so fast too. Because the funniest thing is when I was coming back, um, when did I fly back here? Thursday. Um, I was coming through immigration, and the guy said to me, "What is happening in Jamaica?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Why is it that so many people are dying in Jamaica? So many people come through here and tell me they're coming from funeral. What is going on there?" I said, "I don't know. I'm wondering the same thing. It's a lot of people who are dying, and he's on this end and he is looking into that as something of concern. Why are so many people dying so quickly? And all I could tell him is I have the same concern. So yeah, we really need to uh, move as fast as possible to collect as much history of the area as we can while we can, and leave them here for future generation because they will have no clue what the place looked like, no clue who were the people here before them, right? Um, Joy Coleman, welcome. She says, check out the Smites from Smithfield. The Matriarch is still alive at 104. Is that the lady who's in Florida? Somebody passed on her information to me. My sister came via my sister this week, and I did call her, and I didn't get a response. I left a message, but I didn't get a response from her. That must be the same lady because she's over 100 and is in Florida. But I really look forward to speaking with her. I should try to remember um, calling her again tomorrow. Anthony said Ernest and Gertie Waveland. You're talking about the Wastelands? Those people died. Um, yeah, that's one of the property that I visited when I was down there in the summer. But there was no one around, so I didn't go in or anything. I just went on the grounds and stood at the front section and was looking down, and you could get that real feel that that must have been a plantation um, situation with the house being on the hill, sort of like a great house, and then the plantation is below. You just had that feeling while you're up there, but such a remarkable view from up there, really really beautiful. I'm pretty sure most people in Newmarket have never ventured up to that house, but it's a really spectacular view from there. Um, Joy Coleman said yes, she was in the hospital for a few days. Oh, I see. So is she out now, Joy? I hope I can catch up with her tomorrow. Do you think she's well enough to have an interview? Let me know. Yeah, I really hope I can. I heard that she's a really nice person too, full of life. So I hope I could get her on soon. Yeah. So as we go through these things, Anthony, give me a feedback. Um, when are you going back to Jamaica? So we can plan to be there at the same time, so we can cover some of these interviews. Um, cover the basis of some of them, or you know, even your uncle is somebody that we need to have a long interview with because he does know a lot of stuff about the history of the area because he did a lot of research into that. So we need to bring these people in so we have more historical perspective of the area. That would be a beautiful thing. I'm also Knight from Smithfield. You did the interview with my brother Desmond. Oh, you're Desmond's sister. I didn't realize that. Yeah. Yes. She would be happy to hear from you. Okay, that's wonderful. Just give her a call tomorrow and tell her that I'm trying to get in touch with her because I did call and leave a message on her answering machine. I'm gonna put my phone number here, so you could pass it on to her as well. 347. Yeah, that's my phone number. You could ask her to give me a call at her convenience also. So how wonderful. Um, Miss Coleman, are you planning to come on for an interview too? Let us know. All is welcome. And my other person here, Cheryl. Cheryl, why haven't you been on for an interview yet? I hope you're not shy. Um, we need to get as many people talking as possible. So it's open to just about anyone. As long as you're not coming up here to talk rudeness and nastiness and anything like that, you're welcome. You're a voice of the community. So it's good to hear from everybody and to get everybody's perspective, really. Um, is there any other thing? So Anthony, I want to hear from you about when we can meet up in Newmarket to do some work down there and some documenting. All right. Any other suggestion for anyone? Um, we have even some of the historic churches. like Carmel Church. You just definitely need to go into Carmel Church and do some documentary on that that building, that church. It's so spectacular. They still have that old pipe organ out there. As far as I know, the last time I went there was when my father, yeah, after my father's funeral, we took a drive, my friend and I, out there to Carmel Church, and we went up there and inside the church actually, and the pipe organ was still there, eaten out somewhat by Chichi, but it was still there at the time. Very nice building. The interior is marvelous. So we need to capture all those, and the surrounding, the yard is very beautiful. We really need to capture that and on video and the historic part that I'm sure there's a lot of history about Carmel Church, um, Beersheba, uh, Springfield, especially Springfield. Carmel and Springfield, I think, might have the most historic things surrounding them. And we have other churches in the area that have a lot of history um, that we can look at and document as well, from new roads coming down. Yeah. So any other input? I do appreciate the points that you guys raised. It's kind of moving in the direction that might be the only sensible direction to move in at this time. So we're definitely all on the same page where that is concerned. Um, and while we appreciate all uh, that is said and done on this program, we can still do more. We can still do more. A young man reached out to me recently, saying that he's a young recording artist person, and he want to come on for an interview, and I do welcome those. It's a great thing that they feel that there's some value in coming on here, meeting the community, talking about their music, singing, so people become familiar with so they're a voice in the community and they feel attached. That's a great I don't mind promoting them. I don't mind giving them the platform because that's what it's here for. So, later on when they become famous, they know that the community helps them in that regard to get to that level because everybody kind of rally behind them and support them, watch their video, like or comment on their video or whatever to help them along wherever they get, you understand? So that's a great thing. So I'm looking forward to his interview coming up um, soon also. I did respond to his email, but I'm not sure if he got my response yet. And Miss Coleman's mom, that's another person. Yeah. So sounds good. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep on doing what we're doing, but we need help. Um, Miss Coleman, are you available to help in some other way with organizing some of these interviews so we can get them on record? If you are available or you can help, I would appreciate that. And I definitely know Anthony Atkins can help, and he's usually so really excited about his community and things that are going on. So I want to see more of him trying to help in this regard so we can have these stories documented because there are lots of stories. Lot. And it's best to meet people where they are in their own environment. We will get more out of them because then you could talk, you could eat, you could relax, you could come back to it. You can, jokes and whatever. Those are more natural, flowing, and you get a lot more information than when you're even on Zoom. So I really look forward to taking things more into that direction where it is possible, because it's not going to be possible for everyone, but where we can, we do that. All right. So Anthony, I'm looking forward to that. And Cheryl, can I get a feedback from you about doing your interview, Cheryl? What's keeping you from coming forward and speaking up, participating in that level? And you do have some good ideas, so I hope that you are willing to help us along to work on seeing some of those ideas come to life and participating fully. It's a group effort. We all have to chip in to do our part, right? And while I'm providing the technology and everything, if I can't do, somebody else should be able to do. If I'm busy, somebody else should be able to chip in and help. So come on, guys, let's pull it together and dig in. Let's dig in and do more because we can. So far, there's so many people in New Market that we still have not interviewed. A lot of people. A lot of them are camera shy and all kinds of things, but there's a lot of people there that we can interview. And we do need more help on the ground, right? All right. Such such a nice little chat, and it's a pleasure chatting with you guys. If you guys have any more comment, just put it in the chat so I can see it. Any other suggestion or comment? I do appreciate those of you who are here. Uh, it's what 10:22 here in New York, and I'm really, really happy that you guys took the time to stop here and say hello and to give your little input. So I'll check in with you guys again tomorrow. At least my face is not that swollen anymore. So hopefully we can do more chit chatting as we go along. And I look forward to talking to your mom, Joy. So make it happen and talking to you also. All right. So take good care, guys, and stay warm. Good night.